Hi, my name is Marcus Warner, and I am one of the co authors of The Four Habits of Raising Joy Filled Kids. Now, some people see that title, Joy Filled Kids, and they're thinking, I'd settle for decently well behaved kids. But the reality is that we're not talking about kids who are happy all the time. In fact, if you make your goal having kids who are happy all the time, that's not going to work. You're going to just end up spoiling them. When we talk about relationally joy filled kids, what we're talking about is kids who know how to have meaningful relationships, how to do satisfying work, how to work hard and wait for things that are good. In fact, we're talking about emotionally resilient kids because what happens is that we all face hardships in life. And one of the jobs of parents is to try to create a family system and a family culture that maximizes everybody's joy. They like hanging out with each other. They like being together. They like being around one another. And what we've done is we have taken the latest neuroscience, the latest brain science, and we have developed from this what we have learned about attachment, about living with joy, about the importance of joy, and how this all works, and broken it down into four basic fundamental habits that every parent needs to master. And then we've taken those four habits and we've applied them to three stages of parenting. How do you parent your infant children, how you parent your child age kids, and how you parent adult children. So let me just explain real quickly what these four habits are. Now, you can think about your brain as having a right side and a left side. The right side's primarily relational, the left side's primarily logical. It's about tasks, it's about getting work done. And so the right side of the brain is the part that remembers who I am. This is where my identity center is. So for parents, it's really important that we have a well-developed identity center because we're trying to pass down a clear identity to our kids as well. And so the habits are going to break it down into two that are primarily related to the right side of the brain and two that are primarily related to the left. You can remember them with A, B, C, D. So A and B are from the right side, and that is attune. The first habit is that parents who raise joy-filled kids attune to their kids emotionally. They have a radar that recognizes where they're at and gets in sync with them. And they understand that it's the parent's job to recognize where the child is at and meet them there, not the child's job to read the parent and meet them in their emotion. The second habit is that once we attune, we help kids bounce back from upsetting emotions. We help them build bounce. And so it's very important that kids have a lot of experiences of experiencing upset emotions and recovering, and that we are relationally engaged with them in that process while they are bouncing back from their upsetting emotions. Then the third one is correct with care. And the idea there is that before we don't lead with problems as parents, we don't lead with our emotions about the problems as parents. We first attune to their emotions, we help them bounce back and recover, and then we correct. And we correct with a vision that we want what is good for our kids. We want them to have a full and rich life with lots of friends, lots of success. And so some things have to be corrected in order for that vision to be accomplished. And then the fourth one is the letter D represents develop disciplines relationally. And that is, we don't just give our kids things to do and forget about it. We actually engaged with them relationally as they are learning disciplines in life. And this looks differently when they're infants, when they're children, and when they're adults. And so in this book, we're going to explain these four habits. We're also going to walk through how do you actually put them into practice with infants, with children, and with adults. And then we're going to talk a little bit about, taking care of ourselves and our own maturity, our own joy levels. So I hope that you'll buy the book, and I hope that you will attend one of our seminars that's upcoming where we take a deeper dive into how to build relationally healthy, joy-filled kids.